Hey everybody, I'm back. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. Got some hard rock Christmas music on today as the tree is on, football's on. Excited today. I got a new drink called Cayman Jack, 8.5% alcohol. This is the Moscow Mule we'll be trying today. Found this in the supermarket the other day. It just apparently showed up on the shelves. I'll start today by talking a little bit of a personal narrative. Anybody else have this with their spouse or their significant other? My wife, I love her to death, but she's like if you give a mouse a cookie. Like this morning she woke up, she went downstairs to get something in the basement. She saw something was toppled over, so she had to pick it up. And when she picked it up, there was something else under there she had to pick up. So when she had to pick that up, she saw something on the shelf. The shelf had to be cleaned. So the shelf had to be cleaned. She had to get new containers to put the things in. I mean, it was like when you give a mouse a cookie. And this lasted all morning instead of just sitting down and having a cup of coffee and relaxing. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but that's how it is here. And then I had one of those squirrels after our Sunday activity tell me, Dad, you know how you're going to be a better parent? Stop asking me if you want to take me for bagels on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon for lunch. That would make you a better parent. So my squirrel's giving out tips if anybody needs some. Let's try this Moscow Mule. Yeah, a little sweet. Very tasty. Can somebody please explain to me where the narrative came from that teachers pay more in taxes than billionaires? I have to tell you, I don't. I would like to take the taxes that the billionaire pays. That could be my salary. I'll be happy with that. I will not ask for another penny. What are we doing? We're trying to push narratives to fit our perspective. That's flawed. It's completely wrong. It's just basic math. If you make $100,000 as a teacher and you pay taxes, you're not paying as much percentage-wise as somebody, or value dollar-wise, as somebody who's a billionaire. It's simple math, but once again, what do I know? The new math is crazy, racist, who knows? I thought math was just math. And then we got Irish Joe. Irish Joe, I'm going to call him today right now. There's a lot of different Joes, but he said, you know what? I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid. What are you implying, Joe? For an angry Irish guy, what are you implying? You want to say angry? You want to say, for an Irish guy, I'm not drunk right now? Maybe I'll give you that one. Stop calling your own people stupid, Joe. Ridiculous, because you've done it many times. And I don't care if you're married to Italian, Joe. It doesn't make you Italian. You don't have a little Italian in you because you're married Italian. You got a whole lot of dementia in you. But then, my favorite Joe is the creepy whispering Joe. Creepy whispering Joe came up and he said, there have been more suicides committed in the last 3 to 5 years. Believe me. More suicides committed in the last 3 to 5 years, the leading cause of death? I don't know, Joe. Heart disease, cancer, maybe you heard of this virus, COVID? It's not suicide. Now, I don't want anybody committing suicide. One suicide's too many suicides. But your handlers are giving you the wrong information, and you're not in the right frame of mind to figure out what the right information is. It really is sad. But once again, that whispering Joe may be the creepiest, but he's my favorite. He didn't stop there, though. Because then angry, yelling Joe came out and said, if you don't want to respect someone's sexual identity and gender and sexual orientation, you're racist. Come again, Joe? Come again? Again, dementia's strong in this one, kind of like the opposite of the Force. And then, why are we inviting drag queens and their gang to the White House? Joe invited the famous drag queen called Britta Filter. Britta Filter sounds like a rapper, just saying. Britta Filter and her posse to the White House to discuss the state of drag queens. What exactly is the state of drag queens? I don't know about this one. I don't know. And then he came out, he finished up the speech by saying, people get married in the a.m. They get married in the morning, but in the afternoon they're getting thrown out of restaurants for being gay. How does that correlate? So if I get married or somebody gets married in the morning, in the afternoon, they get thrown out of a restaurant for being gay? What if a straight couple gets married in the morning? They get thrown out of a restaurant? Can anybody find me a gay person who got thrown out of a restaurant? It just doesn't happen. Restaurants don't care. They're just worried about green. In fact, I'll tell you, there's a bar here in Long Island that just closed down. The owners were a heterosexual couple who had a lot of friends who were homosexual. They wanted to cater to the gay community. So they went out of business after 2 years. And you know what they blamed? Straight folks. They didn't come and support the bar. You created a bar to cater to the gay folk. How is this on anybody else? Maybe cater to folk who want to drink, watch a game, have a good time, meet people, have a nice time out, good food, a couple of drinks. I don't know. Don't blame it on me because I'm straight because you had the wrong idea for a bar. Really, not my problem. Not my problem. I digress though because I went down that rabbit hole. But then we have Joe coming back again. Thank God he's got another first non-binary member of his staff to get arrested for felonious behavior, stealing women's luggage at the airport and then going around wearing it at different events. This guy, this non-binary guy, non-binary, I keep saying Barry, I don't know why. Maybe it's the Moscow Mule already. I'm going to have a couple of these today. He's mentally ill. If you look at the picture of him without all the makeup on, he looks like a crazy person. He really does, man. I don't even know how to describe it. He looks like he could be a skinhead, crazy lunatic. I'm just saying. And then, esteemed Governor Hochul here in New York, she just can't keep to herself. Now, she's with the Democrats, the party that supports the minorities, the party that wants everybody to be inclusive. I'm going to stand up for the little guy. There's a tribe, an Indian tribe here, a Native American, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, Native American tribe out here, who's been here for hundreds of years. They want to be recognized, and she struck down, she vetoed the bill to recognize them. Maybe they should have been a trans tribe. They would have given thumbs up in 2 seconds. I don't know. And then she's launching this hate bias prevention union because she wants to stop the hate and the bias. I had a better idea, Hochul. How about we launch a anti-crime unit? Let's try that. Crime prevention unit. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just a dumb guy looking at statistics, watching the crime go up. Maybe we could work on that a little bit, Hochul. I don't know. You're dumb as a rock. I don't know. Then the government never ceases to amaze me. We got this guy from XTS, Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever his name is, down in the Bahamas, avoiding extradition, doesn't want to come up. The Bahamas people, they don't want to arrest him. Now he's supposed to appear in front of Congress and testify because we need to hear what happened. So he gets arrested the day before. Kind of like a few people didn't want him to hear. All of a sudden he gets arrested. Coincidence? Are we that stupid? Or 81 million fake votes that stupid? Just saying, not really sure. Could be. And then, what else do I got here? What else do I got here? So I did go down the adventures of the Harry and Meghan. First of all, very boring show. Very boring. You know, I'm not really that interested in the royal family, but I wanted to see or hear what the fuss is about. It really seemed like these two self-indulgent people who need just more attention, more and more attention. I don't find them likable or unlikable. They're just kind of there. They're just kind of like blah. But what stood out to me is that Harry he looked like he was going to cry any second. He was terrified when his older brother William yelled at him. Sounds like normal older brother behavior. I mean, I don't have it. I'm the older brother, but I guess maybe I terrified a few of my siblings. But I can only imagine because I'm yelling and screaming all the time. Now, I can only imagine when Meghan yells at Harry, he's curled in a corner, wetting himself. Can you imagine this? This is a grown man. This is a grown man whose job was to be prince. Now he's putting it all behind him. This works out for you, good for you. I'm really not concerned about it. Now, what we got going on here? Then we have, oh, wait a minute. I'm missing a whole page here. Let's see what I got. Dang. Oh, trans teacher down at one of these schools down south with size Z boobs. Size Z. So these students are threatened with expulsion if they post a picture of the transgender teacher, size Z boobs? I don't know, maybe say something to the teacher with the size Z boobs? Is the world backwards? You're a transgender and you get a set of size Z, people are going to take pictures. You are asking them to take pictures. It doesn't make any sense to me. Makes almost as sense is a consortium led by Michael Moore, Elizabeth Warren, and Big Bernie Sanders, talking about income inequality. These three people own 13 homes and are worth over $61 million. Yeah, tell me about inequality. Really, the pot calling the kettle black. Can you imagine this? Only in our government. Only in our government. Then the other article I read, I flipped the page, and when it says, "My brother's pregnancy, the new family in America." You lost me, because your brother can't be pregnant! How many times I got over this? The science disagrees. Nobody cares about that science. All right, listen. Christmas is coming up next week. We'll have a Christmas show. I'm pretty sure we'll have a Christmas show on the 26th. Now, listen, go find somebody you love. Tell them you love them. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Everything else is just nonsense. I'm a load of nonsense. Ask my wife. Find somebody you love. The most three important words in the English language is I love you. Hug. Tell them you love them. Great Moscow Mule, man. I'll see you next week.